where the powerful countries like India, Russia, United States, and China rely on armed forces, there are nations that need no security. Do you know any of them and the reason behind their no military defense system? If no, then you must check out our list of countries without an army. Here are 15 countries without army, navy, and air force. Nauru is another one of the small oceanic countries that have no army, navy, or air force. With a population of 12,500, its police force is responsible for both internal and external security. Australia is also responsible for the defense of Nauru under an informal agreement between the two countries. Palau, with a population of 18,000, the United States is responsible for the security of Palau under the Compact of Free Association COFA. In exchange, Palau grants American troops access to the island. The COFA also allows Palau's citizens to serve in the United States Armed Forces. The government in Palau, however, has also created bureaus to look after policing, public security, and maritime law enforcement. Monaco is a sovereign city-state on the Mediterranean Sea in Western Europe. It only has a population of 36,000 people and is bordered by France to its north, east, and west. Monaco has no regular military. The National Police maintains public order, while Compagnie des Carabiniers du Prince guards the Prince's palace. Under the 1918 Franco-Monegasque Treaty signed, the defense of Monaco is France's responsibility. In return, Monaco's foreign policy will be in line with that of the French Republic. Liechtenstein, with a population of 39,000, its law and order is ensured by the country's national police. It has no standing army, navy, or air force. Liechtenstein used to have a very small army that was abolished in 1868, soon after the Austro-Prussian War. Today, it follows a policy of neutrality and is among the few countries that have no armed forces. The island nation of Dominica in the Caribbean has a population of a little over 72,000 people. The country has had no military since 1981, when the Dominican Defense Force was abolished following two violent coup attempts against the Dominican government. The Regional Security System RSS, a treaty between Caribbean nations to assist one another upon request, is responsible for the national security of Dominica. Andorra, with a population of 79,000, is another one of those countries that have no army, navy, or air force and relies on international treaties with its stronger allies in the neighborhood that ensure its sovereignty and defense. It has two treaties with Spain and France, under which the two countries would come to Andorra's assistance if its sovereignty came under grave threat. Public order in Andorra is maintained by its police corps, which currently has a manpower of 240 personnel. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with a population of 104,000, is a signatory to the Caribbean Regional Security System RSS, whose members agree to assist one another upon request in national emergencies and national security, among other challenges. The country has no standing military. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force RSVPF is responsible for internal security and includes the Coast Guard's Anti-Trafficking Unit and Rapid Response Force. Grenada, with a population of 124,600, is next on our list of countries that have no armed forces, which, like St. Vincent and the Grenadines, is also a member of the Caribbean RSS, a treaty that promises its security. The Royal Grenada Police Force is the only security force in Grenada and works under the Ministry of National Security. St. Lucia, with a population of 179,600 in the Caribbean, has no standing military. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force RSLPF is the main law enforcement agency in the island nation and looks after public order in the country. St. Lucia maintains a Coast Guard and a paramilitary special service unit under the RSLPF. Samoa, with a population of 218,800, is another oceanic country on the list that has no army, navy, or air force. It has an informal defense agreement with New Zealand under the 1962 Treaty of Friendship, which would require New Zealand to consider requests from Samoa to defend the latter's sovereignty. The Samoan Police Force is the main law enforcement agency in the country and has a manpower of about 1,100 personnel. Iceland, with a population of 372,500, has no regular military. The primary law enforcement organizations in the country include the Icelandic National Police, the Icelandic Coast Guard, and the 9 regional police forces. The country is a member of NATO, which ensures its security. Iceland's airspace is also guarded by NATO members on a rotational basis under the Icelandic air policing. Solomon Islands, with a population of 708,000, is among the larger countries in terms of population that do not have an army, navy, or air force. The Royal Solomon Islands Police Force ensures both internal and external security in the country. It receives regular training from both Australia and New Zealand. China and Australia have, over the last few years, provided patrol boats to the country to aid in maritime patrol operations. Mauritius, with a population of 1.26 million, it has a strength of an estimated 12,500 security personnel. The Mauritius Police Force (MPF) is the national law enforcement force of Mauritius, which looks after policing and other security operations in the country. The MPF includes a paramilitary unit, special support unit, and the National Coast Guard. India is the primary military supplier of the MPF, while second-hand Western equipment is also used by the law enforcement agency. Panama is the second most populous country that has no military. With a population of 4.25, there are about 27,000 security personnel belonging to the Panamanian Public Forces that ensures law and order in the country. The Panama National Police is equipped with counter-terrorism and anti-narcotics units, as well as special forces for rapid response and maritime operations. Costa Rica has close relations with the United States that regularly provides donations to help the country fight narco-trafficking and organized crime. It is a member of the Inter-American Treaty of Reciprocal Assistance, which is responsible for its defense if it were to face external aggression.